Beets are probably the single most hated vegetable among the largest number of people. Sure, some people love beets. After all, they're the foundation of borscht, which is the national dish of Russia, unless you're Ukrainian or Polish, in which case you say borscht is your national dish. But even many Russians loathe these purple roots, often complaining they taste like dirt. Well, they do grow in the dirt, but the problem is that the two most popular methods of cooking them brings out that flavor that many people object to. Give this method a try and experience a whole new kind of clean, sweet, savory taste you've probably never tried before.
A lot of people hate beets because of the dirt-like minerally flavor on them, and I've surprised a lot of people. I explained this before in another video. I surprised a lot of people before that didn't think they liked beets. When they tasted the beets that I made, they loved them because I peeled them first. This gets rid of the mineral taste off of them. And then we're also going to do a couple other little tricks here. But the key to make beets really delicious, unless you like that dirt taste, the key is to first peel them. Very few people do this. They either roast them in the oven and then they wipe the peel off, or they boil them and then they peel them. The flavor will be better if you peel them first. The next step is we're going to put them in the water. About 1 liter of water per beet. I've got 2 beets here and 2 liters of water. I'm not going to add salt to the water at this point because I want the minerals in these beets to leach out into the water. If I'm to salt the water, I'm actually making it go the other way. So I'm going to cook them in unsalted water, and I'm also going to add about a teaspoon of red wine vinegar per liter of water. So that's 2 teaspoons. I'm starting this off. The water's warm, but it's not hot yet. It's going to be heated. You can see there's not quite enough water here to completely cover the beet. So if you need to add a little bit more than that, that's okay too. Just be sure that you use at least a liter of water per beet. And bring it to a rapid boil like this. And then turn the heat down a little bit, keep the lid on it, begin counting the time. Now it's been simmering away for about 40-45 minutes. I'm going to put in some sprigs of rosemary and a tablespoon of salt. This is a tablespoon for 2 liters of water. And lid back on. Turn up the heat just a little bit more. I can see it's not really boiling anymore. So I'm going to turn it up, bring it back up to a simmer, and finish the cooking time. And when the final segment of time is over, turn the heat off, cover it completely, and let it stand for the remaining time. And then finally, of course, you just transfer them to a bowl, put them in the refrigerator, let them cool completely. You can wait a few hours, they'll be okay. It's better just to leave them overnight and do it the next day. You'll also notice the aroma at this point of the beets is probably different from most every other time you've ever cooked beets. They have a sweeter and more natural aroma, and that's going to come through in the final product.
The second volume of my cookbook is now available through Amazon and other booksellers. It covers the YouTube recipes from the last 8 months with more in-depth information. I received requests for the procedures on all recipes, and I've listened to you. Every recipe has step-by-step directions, and of course there are recipes that aren't on YouTube. But this is not just a recipe book. Far from it, as you can see from some of the topics scrolling by here. I'm certain that anyone who watches my channel and any serious cook will find this book a treasury of useful and new information you won't find anywhere else. If you want to know more about my adventures as a chef around the world and have some great laughs along the way, be sure to check out the video tour of my book, 40 Years in One Night. It's up on YouTube right now. Click the link. Also look for my cocktail book, Cocktails of the South Pacific and Beyond, Advanced Mixology, available through Amazon online.